Hello, hello, ladies. All right, it is Tuesday. It is Real Sister Talk. We are coming today, this evening, to talk to Miss Camisha Rivers. And she is going to introduce herself and tell us about her. And we'll jump right into our Real Sister Talk for this evening. Go ahead, Miss Camisha.
Hello, ladies. My name is Camisha Rivers Hunter, and I am a licensed cosmetologist. I have been doing hair now for, I think this will be my 16th year, and I absolutely loved it. I just recently went into my own suite, which is a private area, so just me and my clients are able to have a one-on-one. I really like that, but that's pretty much it about me. I have three amazing babies,
Okay.
and I'm just happy to connect with like-minded women.
Okay. Okay. How old are your babies?
My oldest is 14. She's
Okay.
going to ninth grade. My middle baby, he's 10, and my youngest is 3.
Okay, okay. All right. So you got a lot of happening
A
and
lot of stuff on my
moving going.
hands. You hear me?
A
Yes,
lot of moving going on.
busy.
Oh, well, we
Yes.
this year I have one daughter. She just graduated
Mhm.
in May. So class of 2020, we got thrown into the mix of all the craziness. So
The pandemic, right?
yes, yeah. Oh, that was very interesting
Okay.
going through
So
that.
did she
Very interesting.
graduate from high school or college?
Yes, graduated from high school. Yes, and she just turned
Okay.
18
Cool.
on July 24th. So she had a lot of milestones going on in the midst of all of this. So we really couldn't celebrate like we wanted to, but I think we did the best that we
Mhm.
could. So
Good.
yeah.
Good. Good. Good.
Okay, so you say you've been doing hair for 16 years.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
a long
ma'am.
that's a long time, and you say
That's
you
a
love
long time. I still love it. I try to find new ways to fall in love with it. Yeah, I absolutely love hair.
it. Okay, and I love your hair color. And I used to wear my hair color that same color, and
Hmm.
I just started gradually kind of changing. And now
Hmm.
I do a little bit of everything now. But
Hmm.
I used to wear my hair short, that that um that blonde, the same way,
Okay.
and I don't know. And every time I see somebody, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my blonde back. I'm gonna get my blonde back because it looks absolutely gorgeous on you. I love it. I love it. So in hair color, let's start there since we on the hair color.
Hmm.
Okay, I
Hmm.
know a lot of times you probably
Okay.
had some people sit down in your chair and they were like, I want my hair your color. And you, color is not one of those things that you can just jump right into. You kind of have to gradually, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, you have to break your hair down depending upon how dark your hair is, how the
Hmm.
texture and all of that. It's a lot that goes into it, but a lot of times people just think, okay, we'll wake up today and just get some color in my hair. How
Right.
do you how do you kind of talk them through that process, because sometimes it might not be the best thing for them at
Right.
that time.
So what I like to do first is a color consultation, and that's
Okay.
basically where the client comes in and we see what her starting level is, what her hair color is, where she is now, and see what the desired color is, and we kind of decide whether she her hair is healthy for this or if it's
Mm-hmm.
not healthy, or another color if I think it'll be better with her skin tones or
Right.
whatever. And I take all of that into play as well: skin tone, face shape, all of that when it comes to doing colors, to make sure it actually complements that actual client. You
Right.
know.
And see, a lot of times people's, even maybe stylists, don't even say that to tell you that, as far as, and with me, that's one thing
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, is this gonna have me looking like I'm just out there?
Right.
You just said a few things that I'm sure that a lot of people don't know. But I've been coloring my hair since I was 17 years old.
Hmm.
I'm 45 now. So I've,
Hmm.
grown to know about the
Hmm.
different things and the texture and all of that. So that's a good point. That's a very good point. I hope all of you ladies out here thinking about,
Mm-hmm.
doing your color, think about,
Yeah.
you and how you're going to present this. Is this really going to be the best thing? And just because your friend got it, that might not be for you. Friend might have a
Right.
different kind of hair versus what you have.
Or
So,
a lot of times, just say for instance, people may see me and say, well, I want that blonde. And I've had
uh-huh,
so many women come to me and say, I want this blonde. But these are actually extensions. I've had my hair colored this light because
uh-huh.
I was natural, and I'm really not afraid myself. But as
Yeah,
far as a client, like there are stipulations that I just would not do, especially like colors like this.
right, right, right.
Go this light with a client in order to, keep the integrity of the hair. So it's a lot that goes into play. You think about filters and all of that, so a lot of times you may bring a picture in when it's filtered, and that may not be actually what you want. So you got to take
Right.
all of that into perspective when you're doing your consultation. So yeah.
Another great point. Another great, because we know
Mm-hmm.
now pictures aren't pictures anymore. They are doctored up in every shape,
Right.
form, and fashion. And just
Mm-hmm.
looking at something
Mm-hmm.
because everybody wants to put their best foot forward. And with me, when I had my hair
Right.
that light, it was actually what do you call it? I was thinking, and it just left my mind. It was actually when you just take it up to the highest level when you're doing your color. Okay, I just completely forgot
Bleach.
it. Just yes. Now
High
it
lip
wasn't
bleach.
bleached. It wasn't bleached. It was actually and I'm sure I've had it bleached too before, but I don't know. It was
Mm-hmm.
something else I was thinking about. But
Okay.
mine will actually get it. It will instantly get to that level because my hair
Okay.
is really sandy originally already. So it's a very light
Okay.
brown
See? Yeah.
already, and it doesn't take a lot to boost mine up. So I would, yeah, I would get it
Mm-hmm.
bleached and a lot, and I've never had any problems with it, like I said, because that's something that I've always done to my hair. And I'll do things, and if it don't turn out right,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm like, just set it
Mm-hmm.
off. It'll grow back, or I go and get me some hair. I just go get me
Right.
some, and
That's me.
so
Right.
so, okay, and I know you probably had a
Right.
client that has been extremely difficult and they just adamant about they want that hair color.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle those situations and
Mm-hmm.
trying to keep their hair healthy if it's healthy and not help them damage it
So
anymore?
what I like to do is when I'm in a consultation with that client, if someone was adamant about getting colors, oh,
Oh, that's okay.
did I lose you? Okay.
But you were still talking
So
though.
what I like to do is my thing came up. But I like to tell that client up front, like, we cannot go from a level 1 to a level which is like a 10, 12
Yeah,
high level blonde in one day.
right.
So in order to achieve the look that you want, you may have to come in 3 different settings in
Yeah,
order to keep your hair healthy.
right.
I can, somebody would do it, I won't do it,
Right.
but I like to tell them up front, let's do this in 3 or 4 different settings, so that way, we can remain the integrity or keep the integrity of your hair and make sure it's still healthy. So, in most times, I get people to, say okay because they want healthy hair, and
Uh-huh.
other times where it's people that are not my actual clients, they
Yeah,
just be like, well, I just go to somebody else, and I'm okay with that too. So,
yeah.
yeah, but most times they're okay with the doing the 3 different settings or however. So
And to
yeah,
me,
and
I
that's what
would,
I like to do.
yeah, and to me, I would want somebody to be, to care about my hair. And the person that does mine is
Right,
always color
right.
mine, you know. I trust their
Hmm.
judgment over, even though, like I said, I've been coloring my hair a long
Right.
time, but that's not what I do. I don't have no
Hmm.
credentials in doing that. Now I try some, but
Hmm.
that's not what I do. And that's one reason why with this August series with Mind, Body, and Soul, a lot of times women are
Mhm.
scared to try different things with their hair. They are
Mhm.
like, I'm just, kind of plain. I don't like this. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how that would look. How would you encourage somebody who wants to change their look, but they're just really not one of those, they're not a Camisha or Arlene where they'll just,
Mhm.
go all the way. How do you kind of,
Um, there's a couple different things we can do. Color is always one where I like to call it like hidden pops of color,
mm-hmm,
where if they don't want to see the highlights, but except for a certain time. So if a lady's going to work and she works in corporate, but after work she wants to be able to switch up and do something different, we can do like a couple peekaboo highlights to where if she flips her hair another way, it'll pop. Or
mm-hmm.
we can even add extensions, for a color pop if she didn't want to color her own hair. We can even do like fake cut where I pin the hair a certain way, and if your hair is long, I pin it, and it actually appears that you have a haircut, but you don't.
Okay.
So I like to tell people that they have that option. It's a couple different ways we can kind of approach that, but those are the main two that I like to, the color pop and then the fake cut, the faux cut or whatever.
Okay, because that's like you trying it out, but not going all the way.
Right, right,
Okay, I like
right.
that. I like that because that
Mhm.
that that gives me something to think about and like, okay, can I really do
Mhm.
this? Okay, all right, I like that. And
Or
okay,
you can do wigs. Wigs is another way that. Can you hear me?
yeah, mhm, I hear you.
Wigs is another way that a lot of women are changing their hairstyles without compromising the integrity of it. Wigs.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Mhm.
wigs and everything has advanced so much
Yes.
now from
Yes.
17 years ago when we first started experimenting with
Mhm.
our hair, and everything is more kind of user friendly. Now let's
Right.
start talking to the ladies that like sometimes like me, but I've stopped doing
Mhm.
it. They're thinking, I'm the at home stylist. There's some
Mhm.
stuff that we want to leave to the experts.
Mhm.
What are those no-nos for at home? Like what are some things that you just recommend that you just really want to go and see a professional and not try to do this at home?
I would say the number one thing I see is the relaxers. Because most times, and this quarantine really has like thrown us through a loop with
Yes,
the stuff that I had to see when I came back.
yes.
But
We're
as
gonna talk
far as
about
like
that.
clients relaxing their own hair, you can't really either get the relaxer all out if you don't have
Mm-hmm.
someone doing it for you, and the hair is over processing.
Yeah,
So we want our hair to be bone straight, but
yeah,
hair, it don't give the hair any stretch.
right.
So and that causes your hair to be over processed over time, and eventually the hair just lays down. And as we get older, you just like, where is my hair going? But you relaxed it so much to that bounce and curl won't even come back, and it's actually taking your hair out or making it thinner, so to speak. And color is another thing. Like, I don't recommend coloring because the box, for whatever reason, you don't know how long the box has been sitting up there. You
Yeah.
don't know, it's just so many different things of different ways hair color could go at home versus being in a professional setting with a professional. So relaxers and hair color are the two things that I say
And
no
I've
to.
and I've done both of those as no-nos, so I can tell you from experience, like absolutely not.
Right.
But and I was definitely gonna ask you this before we got out. The next question, you touched on it when you said coming back. And the quarantine
Mm-hmm.
has really like
Mm-hmm.
had us, we've been trying to do the best we can, and we was YouTube and
Struggling.
everything and trying. So what has been like one of those things that you like, ooh, okay, girl, like what happened? Like, talk to me. What
Now,
did
you
you
know
do?
what? As far as my clients, I did classes. So
Okay.
I actually did teaching them the step by step on how to actually do the things that I do or similar at home, so it wasn't really bad. I know everybody needed a haircut when I got back.
Right. Right.
So they didn't do relaxers, thank God. But you have some people that weren't my clients that wanted to come in and it was like, so you hadn't touched your hair in 3 months, not even a shampoo. But for the most part, my clients that come all the time, they were good because they came to the classes and learned the techniques and they were able to maintain it for the most part.
And I think that all stylists should have been doing that like during this
Mm-hmm.
time for to make it this easier for y'all because
Right.
coming back at 3, I was one of them. When I tell you I was holding on to my sew in for dear life, it was like
Right.
probably it was so, oh my God. And I had just got my hair done right before everything. So yeah, I was the full 90 days and plus probably. And because I was still trying to do my
Mm-hmm.
lives and still trying to do this and not look crazy, but I just had to break down and get on here one day. I was like, look, y'all, the struggle, we all looking a mess now.
We
So
all
I'm,
struggling.
I'm
And
jumping
that's what I
in.
told my client. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in and join the group. So I had took out my sew in and I let my
Mm-hmm.
hair I got on here and they think I'm just crazy because I'll get on. I'm like, look, y'all, we're gonna have somebody come on. And I was talking with another stylist, Lisa Brown, and I was like, look, this is what my hair really looks like, y'all. Not the nice
Mm-hmm.
sew in, but this is what my hair really looks like. And it was a food. It was a whole food. It was a whole food. And I was looking a
But the
whole
good thing
food.
about it, we all look the mess.
Yes, yes, yes. So, but one thing I can say from when I went natural, and I was natural for so many years, for like 6,
Mm-hmm.
7, maybe 8 years, and then a wild hair, I go to the shop. Oh, I'm tired of this. I want a relaxer now. And
Mm-hmm.
so I went back to the relaxer and my hair did exactly what you were just talking about. It was just on my head. It was
Mm-hmm.
no body. It was no move. I was like, I don't like this. I'm used to my
Mm-hmm.
hair when I shake my
Right.
head, I got all this going on and
Mm-hmm.
so that showed me how much the chemicals and the stuff. So I was like, no, I don't think I want this. So now
Right.
I'm back doing the transition again because I was hard
Okay.
headed the first time. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but I only got that one, and that was like over a
Mm-hmm.
year ago. So
Okay.
I can see the difference that it didn't like get kind of all the way in there and like because I only did it one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Okay.
was like, no, I don't want to relax her anymore. I don't. And I know some people
Mm-hmm.
are just like they have to have one. It's do or die. They have
Mm-hmm.
to have one. Which one do you have a preference
Yes.
over one or the other? And yours is the natural remedies, the name of your
Right.
salon.
Yes. Yes, and it's called natural remedies because I really believe in like holistic, natural ways of just everything. So that's
Hmm.
why it's called natural remedies. I'm in the process of creating my own hair care line, and it's going to be
Okay.
totally organic.
Okay.
Um, but I do both natural and relaxed clients.
Hmm.
So I, it's kind of for my short hair,
Yeah.
I love it relaxed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anything other than that, like I'm okay with natural. But majority of my clients are relaxer free.
Okay. Okay. And when I wore my hair really short, I used to have a relaxer because those sides they grow out
Yeah.
so fast, and
Mm-hmm.
you be having a little baby fro before you know it, like in a whole
Right.
week. I just got my hair cut. Why is it already growing?
Right.
So that was definitely
But a
me.
lot of my clients that are short, a lot of my clients that are short, they some of them just relax the sides. Now that's an
Okay.
option. You can relax the sides and just leave the top natural. So
Right.
because they want the sides to be slicked down or the waves or whatever. So yeah, that's another option.
Okay. Okay. So you said you just got into your
Hmm.
own suite where it's just you and your client. Did that happen before the
Hmm.
pandemic, or was that after? Did you have to do a lot of changes to how you schedule your people, how you have people come in? How did you go about changing that to make sure that everybody was safe and to keep you safe so you wouldn't, take anything home to your
Right.
family?
Right. Now, actually, I had moved into the suite, I think only a week before they shut us down. So
Okay.
I had only been in there a week and they closed us down and then we were closed for 2 months. And I when I before I left, I always scheduled like every hour, but now I'm doing it every hour and 30 minutes. So that way, it's only me and the client. Usually it's been like is shampooing a client, well, if I'm styling the client, another client is getting ready to come in. But
Okay.
now it's totally one-on-one experience with me and that client only
Okay.
due to COVID, so, and I'm checking temperatures before they come in, and we have disposable capes, making sure nobody is having the same cape on. I have
Okay.
2 sets of tools, so once one is being used, the other is being sanitized.
Sanitize.
So
Okay.
we just taking precautions, at a more higher rate than we were when we, before COVID. So, but
Right.
yeah, everybody's staying safe. So,
And you have to keep yourself safe as well because like I said, you don't
right,
want to take anything home to your family and
exactly.
our kids, and
Yeah,
it's a lot.
it was
And
scary
yes, and with the
that
service
first week.
industry,
Oh,
yeah, I know my anxiety was just through the roof trying to go and get, hair
mm-hmm,
done. And so, I was saying I
mm-hmm,
had been in my sew-in forever. So when I took it out, and it was like out 2 weeks
mm-hmm.
before I went and got my hair done. And me and my daughter both, I had took her braids out, took my sewing. And so my husband was like, when you going to get your hair done? He was like, they done open back up now. You can go and get your hair. I was like, what you mean? I was like, what? He said, you can go and get your hair fixed now. They done open back up. So I think even our spouses, boyfriends, like they was over it just
Right,
like we were over it. But I told him, I was like, all of us can't run to the shop at the same time. You have a ton of
right,
women that have been out and nobody has, been to the shop. I said, you know how many women gonna be
mm-hmm,
scheduled to go get
right,
their hair done? So with that, I was thinking about just, you ladies, the people that do hair and your families,
mm-hmm,
and we want
right,
to get our hair done, but
mm-hmm,
what if that wasn't, a safe thing, or they hadn't put procedures in place? I was like, that's gonna be a lot. And was it something
yeah.
that was it a scary time as far as financially, and okay, what am I gonna do? What is my family gonna do? How are we gonna adjust to this? Did you think about like the long term?
Now, I'm gonna be honest. When it first started, I was terrified because I had never, out of 16 years, I had never been on a vacation longer than a week. The longest I've
Mhm.
taken off was a week, and to have to be off for that long, it was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Because as you know, hairstylists, if we don't work, we don't get paid. There's no sick
Right.
days, any of that. So of course, at first it's like, terrifying. But my clients were sending me money. People that I didn't even know were sending me money. And it just was like, I didn't miss a beat.
And
I
that's
really didn't miss a beat during this pandemic. And I thank God, for such amazing people that um sold into my life at that time, So
mhm.
I didn't really worry about finances. And when I tell you, God, he made sure, like, I'm gonna show you I got you.
Right,
And he
right,
did just that.
right.
Yeah.
And that's
But
also
what it did do was put me in a different perspective when I went
yes.
back. So I'm like, okay, I won't ever feel like this again. So I have been putting back more, saving more. So I did get a reality check, like, you spending too much money,
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. I
So
think we
yeah.
all did. I think we
Yeah.
all did, and I'm glad that you said it that way and you put it that way because it made us all think about the future
Right.
and longevity in our businesses
Mhm.
and the things that we
Mhm.
do and
Mhm.
how one thing can affect a whole lot of things
Right.
and how us pulling together and being there for each
Mhm.
other, how we can pull through if we do that. And then that's a
Mhm.
testament to how you treat
Right.
your customers and how you take care of your customers
Yes.
for them to sow into you and do that for you. Because everybody didn't have that.
Yes.
And I want people to think about that when people did not help
Right.
you or if they didn't help you,
Mhm.
it may have been a reason. And, we have
Right.
to think
Word.
about how we treat people and how we interact with people.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
there has been a lot of lessons that I hope that we got out of this as adults. And I think it was more of a teaching period for us than it was for the children. That we got to make sure that we're doing everything that we're supposed to be doing and just how we
Right.
are treating each other. Because like you said, those people didn't have to do it, but they did it. And they made
Right.
sure that you had and they
Mhm.
were there. And that's a
Yeah.
awesome thing. That's an amazing thing.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
amen. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's transition a little bit. Okay, so when you have a new client that's coming in and you are trying
Mhm.
to get to know that
Mhm.
client, is it something that you kind of follow their lead, or are you just always yourself and, I treat every client the same, or I'm going to, because,
Mhm.
sometimes when you first change over and you go to a new stylist, sometimes you're sitting in the chair, she quiet, you quiet, and like how do you kind of handle breaking the ice and getting them comfortable when they start coming to you?
Um. Normally, I like to ask. I like to think that I am being the same with all clients, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody's personality is different. So I like to kind of feed off of that client and see, where we're going as far as, like, you can kind of tell if someone wants to talk or don't
Right,
want to talk or just shy, whatever. But normally, kids is what I always ask about, because we love our children, so we'll talk
right,
about that. And then I ask about jobs, but for the most part, it's usually a really good conversation between me and the client. So
right, right. Because
yeah.
y'all are really like unpaid therapists when
Right.
and then, if anybody want to really really put a label on
Right.
y'all, y'all are unpaid therapists
Yes.
because some of
Yes,
the most
ma'am.
and that's why I like to be in a shop or in an environment that I'm comfortable because that's gonna be my girl time too. I'm gonna cut up, we're gonna
Mhm.
have fun, we're gonna talk. I
Right.
wanna get to know the
Mhm.
person that's doing my hair and we're gonna have real
Mhm.
sister talk, real conversation.
Right.
Because
Mhm.
sometimes you
Mhm.
have conversations that people may not tell their best friends, but they may tell their stylists.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so how do you handle situations or get them to a place where they're at ease to know, okay, what we talk about, this is between us. Because it's like an unspoken rule when you go to
Right.
somebody and they have done your hair for years. They know all your secrets. They
Right.
know,
Right.
everything that's going on.
Um, yeah. Ah, like you said, we are really therapists, and
Yes.
that was one of the things that I had an issue with when the while we were off or whatever, for the 2 months that we were off. It was almost like my anxiety was like, I need to talk to my
Yeah.
clients because
Yeah.
it's therapy for me as well.
Right.
With being a mom of three, being a wife, it's a lot, and I didn't have an outlet. So I enjoy talking to them just as much as they talk to me. So I guess they kind of can, feel my what am I trying to say? They can just feel me out and know that I'm someone that they can talk to, and it won't go any further. And I let them know that, we're having this conversation, and being in that suite has really helped a whole lot because they feel more comfortable because it's only just me and them,
Right.
So, and I just tell them, the conversation won't go any further, and they feel comfortable. So,
And that's good
yeah.
because it's a
Hmm.
community. Really, our beauty
Right.
salons are like a sisterhood
Hmm.
community. I have a
Right.
sisterhood community on Facebook, but when you
Uh-huh.
go to the beauty salon, there's another sisterhood community. Like,
Hmm.
certain people come on the same days and they know they're going to see each other
Hmm.
that day and they're
Right.
going to, talk and they're going to catch up.
Hmm.
And it's just
Hmm.
one of those things that's an amazing thing. And as Black
Yep.
women, that's our bonding place.
Hmm.
That's our
Yes.
when we get there, we're gonna talk about our husbands, we're gonna tell everything crazy they done
Hmm.
done, we're gonna talk about our kids, we're gonna talk about these
Yes.
people on our jobs, get on our nerves, we're gonna talk about
Everything.
and so it has to be with me an environment that I don't want a real stuffy foo uppity.
Right.
Let's come in here where we can laugh
Right.
and talk and
Uh-huh.
be
Uh-huh.
ourselves. That's
Right.
the environment that I like to go into. Now, if you
Hmm.
can't laugh loud or talk loud, I can't come to your shop. I can't come to your shop because I'm gonna be loud, I'm gonna be laughing loud, and I'll be talking to everybody that come in there. Because it has to be that I think and that's one reason why I started my business and started because women had gotten away from being comfortable with each other. We had gotten
Hmm.
to a place where we couldn't be ourselves. We were walking around
Right.
with all these layers and putting on all these airs.
Hmm.
And
Hmm. Hmm.
girl, I'm gonna need you to
Hmm.
chill out.
Right. Take a chill pill.
Yeah, we in at work.
Right. Yeah.
Laugh.
Laugh a little.
Yes, yes. And so I try
Yeah.
to give
That's me. I can't take it
every
too dusty. I'm
yes.
good for yeah.
And I try to give every woman that to let them know, hey, here, this is a safe place. You can ask the wrong
Hmm.
question, you can ask the right question, you can say whatever, and it's
Right.
okay. It's okay. Because this is
Uh-huh.
our place. And you
Right.
have so many that need that. They are walking around heavy all the time.
Mhm.
And they just
Mhm.
need
Mhm.
somebody to be able to release that with. And I told them,
To
I said,
laugh.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So, what you do is definitely important
Mhm.
for mind, body, and soul for
Right.
the series that I'm doing.
Mhm.
And it's just
Absolutely.
I want women to understand the importance of an environment coming into a beauty salon, coming into, to keep that environment open and fun and just relax. So we
Right.
can just be
Mhm.
there to just enjoy each other, the time that we're there.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I like watching other people get their hair done, and then they get, I'm like, oh, that is so nice. That looks so good, to encourage her when she's
Yep.
going out. That looks really good on you.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
because sometimes we don't get that from anybody.
Right. You are absolutely right. Yep.
So, yes, ma'am, what you do
Mhm.
is essential, regardless of what they said about the essential worker.
Right.
It's essential
Right.
to us because as Black women, a lot of times we're not heard,
Right.
we're not looked at the same way as everybody else is. We have
Mhm.
to, we have so many labels that are attached to us that aren't good.
Right.
And we have
Mhm.
to advocate for each other, and we have to be there for each other.
Yes. Yes.
So I definitely want to thank you for taking your time out of your evening and
You're
for us to
welcome.
just, share with other women about the importance of taking time out to go get your
Mhm.
hair done. Something as simple
Right.
as you never know how that will make you feel. Do something for
Mhm.
you. And
Mhm.
that's what this whole month we're going to talk about, how we need to start putting ourselves on the to-do list. If it's just schedule you once a
Right.
week, every 2 weeks, go and get your hair done. Go and get your nails done. Go and do something.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
invest in everybody
Mhm.
else, but we don't take the time to invest in
Yep.
ourselves. So
I
that,
feel you are
yes.
absolutely right.
And I said, that is what God has charged me to do. This is the message that I'm
Mhm.
trying to share and get across to every woman that I
Mhm.
know that will join my group, that will be connected, for them to
Mhm.
understand that their voice matters, they
Right.
matter, the things that matter to them are important, and
Mhm.
we've got to start connecting more and just being an advocate for each other.
Yep. And uplifting each other.
Yes, yes, absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
We have
Because
to.
9 times out of 10,
Mhm.
we're all going through the same issue or been through that or going into that,
Mhm.
coming out of that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's nothing different.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
yes,
You
absolutely.
are absolutely right.
So, when will your hair care line? You say you're working on that. Do
Mhm.
you have a date in which it's due to debut for it to be available?
I'm shooting. I'm gonna shoot for Black Friday.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot for Black Friday, and this is actually the first time that I said it out loud. I guess
An
in a public
exclusive.
place. So you guys are getting it first. So I gotta go
Yes.
ahead and do what I gotta do to get it done now that I put it out. So
Look,
yes.
you were supposed to say it here, so I'm
Right.
gonna be. Look, let us know so we can support you. We can be there for
Mm-hmm.
Black Friday and make it a success, a sellout. We speaking all of that into existence for
Yes. Thank you.
all of it. So
Thank
please, please
thank you.
don't forget me. I'll be like, Camisha,
I
what was
would
stuff
not.
at? What was stuff at? Now what
Right.
was stuff? What was stuff? Don't
Right.
forget
Right.
me.
Right. Right.
And we can do something leading up to it to keep everybody aware that it's out there, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Even if everything ain't on the shelf like you want it, just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Go
Okay.
ahead and do it.
Got you. And that's what we have to do, as women. Just go ahead and step out and just have faith and know that it's gonna work out. We want
Amen.
everything to be so perfect,
Yep.
and you know, it don't have to be perfect.
Yep.
No, nothing is perfect except for God.
Yep.
So just go ahead and do it. So if a lady is watching and it's something that you want to do, don't worry about your cousin, what they think, or this person thinks. Just go ahead and do it. And if
Yep.
God gave you the vision, He's gonna bless it, and it's gonna be what it's supposed to be according to His purpose for what it's supposed to be. So yeah,
Amen.
that's my take
Amen.
on that. Just
Amen.
do
Just
it.
do it. And I tell them all the time, I said, when he breathed on it,
Hmm.
he touched it. He
Hmm.
I said, there's no way. And if he gave it to you, he ain't gonna give it to you and then just
Yeah.
leave you. I promise you, I tell
Mhm.
people all the time, I'm a witness
Mhm.
to it because
Right.
everything, there's nothing that I do that you gonna see me take credit for. He has given me the vision, he given me the words to say,
Mhm.
all the connections, all the
Mhm.
I be
Mhm.
like, honey, I be sitting in some rooms sometimes. I just be looking around. I'm like, I ain't got no business being in here. Absolutely
Right.
no. I know you opened this door for me,
But
Lord. I
dollar.
know you put me in here, and I
Right.
just be sitting there just cheesing like.
Dollar. Right.
But
Yep.
but that's when you
That's
believe
what it's about.
Him
Mhm.
wholeheartedly. You believe the only
Wholeheartedly.
thing I
Yeah.
tell people all the time: just be obedient, just be
Just be
willing,
obedient.
just be open.
Mhm.
And I promise you, he will take you and connect you to the people that you
Yep.
need to be connected to.
Mhm. Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
yes, 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 yes,
Absolutely.
yes. So, we will be looking out for the natural hair care line, the organic hair
Okay.
care line, and we are going to
Mhm.
support. Like I said, we are already going to speak into existence. It's going to be a sellout on Black Friday and every Friday after that, and we just gonna be yes,
I thank you.
yes, yes,
Thank
yes, yes.
you.
So where's your so are you well, let me ask you this first before we put that out there. Are you taking new clients? Are you open to new clients? Or you have just you're full right now before we even put that out there?
Absolutely. I'm always taking new clients.
Okay.
Always taking new.
Okay. So now where's your salon located?
I'm in Homewood. It's right on Green Springs, right across the street. What's that? Sally's, across the street from Sally's on Green Springs.
Okay.
Publix is over that way, but
Okay.
I'm in Homewood, right off Green Springs.
Okay. I know exactly the area you're
And
talking
the
about.
address is, just to have it, is 808 Green Springs Highway, Homewood, area code 35209.
5209. And you said 808 Green Springs, and that's Green Springs
Mm-hmm.
Highway. Okay. All
Yes.
right.
Uh-huh.
I will put that in the comments when I load the video, and I'll tag you in it. I'll go ahead and send your request so I can
Okay.
add you in because
Okay.
the group is private because I
Okay.
do want to keep all things women, and it's just for women only.
Okay.
So we have our own little special place and our own little community that we can talk and we can connect and we can grow and we can just be there to support each other. So
Okay. Well,
yes, ma'am.
look, God has placed it on my heart to give. I haven't given any hairstyles, so I want to give something in the group to
Okay.
a deserving lady, maybe somebody that hasn't been able to get in the salon, or however you want to do it. I want to, sow into the ladies in the group.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. And I
Is that
will,
okay?
yes, ma'am. That's absolutely awesome because I'm sure that will bless somebody, like we were saying about that being something that maybe someone hasn't been able to do or did not think that that was important to do for themselves. And so they
Right.
can
Mhm.
just take some time to love on themselves. And you made that possible for them. So yes,
Right.
that is definitely okay. So I will definitely put that out there and we will
Okay.
get one deserving lady and we will send her on your way and y'all
Mhm.
take pictures and let us know and show it in the group so we
Yes.
can just love on
Yes.
her
Yes. Yes.
and elevate her and let her know that this is something that she needs to continuously do for herself.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you again, Miss Camisha, and I will be in touch, and we'll just stay in contact about your products, your product line,
Okay.
and
Okay.
but thank you so much for joining me, and we will chat with you later.
Thank you for having me.
You're
And you have a
welcome. You're
blessed day.
welcome. All right. You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.